So I wanted to pull for the well this morning and make it pretty exciting, but it turns out you're pretty much guaranteed to get her no matter the banner you use, so there's not much tension there. So instead we'll talk about the banners while I go through the pulls. And I think the main reason why she's guaranteed in so many banners is because her timing really isn't that great. Right in between King Mont and Queen Helena, and then we're getting an extra EX job, really cool Fire Vision card again. So there's a lot of other stuff, and I think a lot of people are intending on skipping her, so Gumi's kind of trying to get people to pull for her more than they would normally. So I'm not expecting all future characters to be guaranteed this way. That would be very surprising. But I am pretty happy that they kept the fact that in her regular banner, the pity will increase even if you do pull a UR. I was wondering if that would only be the case for King Mont in the previous banner, or if it's something that they would keep. But according to what I'm reading, the gauge is increased even if you obtain a UR unit. I'm not sure where I read that, but I do remember I read it. Let's see. There we go. So even if you summon a unit of UR rarity, it will increase, which is pretty cool. That means you no longer are unhappy when you pull a UR on those banners and it's not the right one. So overall, you have kind of two choices if you want to get Louelle, right? You can go the free Viz way, and this step up is worse, I would say, than most step ups. You only get 3 Blossoms, and you get 1 Broadstone, and then the whole process gives you less shards than the usual, and those shards are spread between the units. So there's a bit less value in there than usual. And then on top of that, it costs 18,000. There are no free steps in this one, so don't go thinking it's the usual step up. You get reduced value out of this one compared to the normal one, but you have the unit guaranteed. So if you want Louelle and you're planning on going for her with free Viz, it's still a great option. But there's this other option here where you can, for 6k paid Viz, get her and 400 shards. Now, I did do the math. On average, you'll get 160 shards of her for 18,000 Viz. That's over 80 Viz a shard if you're only counting the shards as your reward there. So overall, you're not getting that much shard value, right? There are some step-ups where you have way more shards for the unit than what you actually spend for. But in this case, that's not true. If you count both Rain and Louelle shards, on average, you do have a good value though. So depending on if you plan on EXing Rain, it might be good. On the paid banner though, you have 400 shards for 6k Viz. Now obviously that's paid Viz, it's not the same currency, but it's still a 15 Viz per shard. So overall, if you do have paid Viz to spare, it is a pretty good value. And then you still get the Rainbow Broadstone, but you don't get the 3 Blossoms. If it was 6 Blossoms, I would still be tempted to pull the 9 step, but as it stands, 3 Blossoms is not that much for me, so I will personally be going for this one. So let's go, and then even if I do pull Louelle in steps 1 or 2, I'll still go all the way, just because she's the shards are worth it by themselves. So I'm taking a look here at what we have. I'm not sure who's actually in the step up. All right, King Mont is in there, so there is a very small chance of getting her. And then there's rates up for Rain and Louelle, so we might be pulling her more than the guaranteed pull, but hey, we'll see. So I think I've spoken enough about the banners. Let's just go ahead with the pulls. And this week I'll be very busy leveling both Louelle and Sylma. I think they're both great units. I've done reviews on them, so you guys probably know that. But I'm pretty excited of trying them out, because especially in the case of Sylma, if I manage to level her fast enough, I'll use her for the class matches, and that will be very, very fun. So yeah, we'll see. Nice, some Revis shards, always cool to see. Then, alright, Skuzelt, nothing incredible there. Wow, we're getting quite a few MRs. Oh, I don't have enough Mind Sphere to EX him all the way, so that's not bad. And then let's see, who are we getting? Am I getting her on the first pull? Yup. Alright. So, that's interesting. I could decide to stop here. Is 4,000 paid Viz worth 300 of her shards? I think that's the question here. I'll say yes, because I do plan on building her anyways. And then if I want to get all those shards, I'll spend way more free Viz than what I'm spending in paid here. So I will go ahead, but it's a possibly a questionable decision. So let's see. That's always a tough call for me. Like, do you keep going? You have the unit. In the long run, I could just do her hard quest and send her in the barracks to get those shards. But I do want to try her in the near future. I want to make videos about her, so we'll go ahead and spend a little bit more Viz. And I have quite a bit of paid Viz that I got at a reduced rate from the Nier collab and all the good deals we had in there, so that's not too bad. Nivlu, great unit, definitely recommend for any player that want a good ranged attacker and support. She does a little bit of everything. The only thing she doesn't have is tankiness, so that's great. Alright, final step, we're guaranteed a Louelle and then some shards, so that'll be 240 shards at least. So that's pretty incredible. With the bingo board, I think I'll have enough shards to MLB her right off the bat, and then I'll have to see how much I'm willing to spend quickly to get her to 120. I'm not sure I want to go too deep on that right now, so we'll see how it goes. No, not more than one UR, so we know that's Louelle. Yeah, that's why guaranteed pulls are a little bit less exciting, even though they're much better, just because you don't have the anticipation of are you going to pull or not the unit. So there we go, second copy of her, and we are good to go. So I'm going to stop that here. I don't think you guys want to look at my units as we go, but thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and then as always, have a great rest of your day.